When two people are about to enter a romantic relationship, they often focus so much on each other's positive qualities that their flaws become less noticeable. They feel like everything will always be perfect and that they will never face any problems. However, as the old saying goes, the drum sounds better from a distance. When the relationship hasn't deepened yet, it becomes harder to recognize certain things. Experience has shown that our spouse or life partner has the most significant impact on our lives, even more than friends or family. If we don't make the right choice, not only will we not progress, but we may also drift away from who we once were and lose ourselves entirely. Since we don't have enough understanding of each other in the early days of a relationship, and it's hard to tell whether this person is right for you or not, we want to use Carl Jung's psychology to examine certain behaviors and signs that can help you better understand whether the person you're with is suitable for a relationship. If we don't do this, we are likely to face many troubles in the future and may even experience humiliation. The first group of people are those who grew up in families completely opposite to your interests and beliefs. If you're one of those people who think that a person's family upbringing can be changed and aligned with your own thoughts, you're deeply mistaken. Interestingly, Jung, unlike many psychologists of his time, believed that the human mind is not a blank slate at birth, ready to be imprinted with anything. Some people say that a child is like soft clay, and we can shape their personality however we want. While these factors do have an influence, there are other things we haven't considered yet. Genes. Genes store information inherited from our ancestors and carry it with them. This means that not only the family your partner grew up in, but also the perspective and lifestyle of their ancestors can influence their behavior. This doesn't mean it's always the case, but it does have an impact. Research has shown that genes influence everything from the number of hours you watch TV to the likelihood of marriage, divorce, and your preferences for various things. So the crucial point is that, contrary to many beliefs, you're not just marrying that person, you're also marrying their family, friends, and acquaintances, and they will inevitably have an impact on your life. Therefore, it's better to ask some general questions about their family, relatives, and lifestyle to understand their thoughts and habits and whether they align with your standards. The next group consists of people who constantly question the personality traits of others. One of Jung's most famous theories is the concept of the shadow, where people hide the parts of their personality they don't like. People have no desire to confront their shadow because they have bad memories associated with it for various reasons. Society and those around them, among other factors, have not allowed them to express those traits. If you notice that your partner reacts strongly and negatively to a particular personality trait, it's likely that they have hidden that trait within their shadow. Even though these traits have been suppressed for years, they are still part of that person's personality and may resurface like a wound. One of the most important things to do before starting a romantic relationship is to uncover your partner's shadow. You need to see what things hurt them the most. The goal here is not to hurt anyone, but to understand their shadow. For example, someone who excessively emphasizes mutual respect and boundaries has likely experienced a lot of disrespect from those around them in the past or lacked privacy at home. Another example could be someone who constantly emphasizes loyalty and not cheating, which might indicate that they have been betrayed in the past and have hidden this fear of betrayal in their shadow. The aspects of our personality hidden in our shadow never truly disappear. The only way to deal with them is through acceptance and coming to terms with them. If we see someone still reacting strongly to a certain issue, it means they haven't come to terms with that part of their shadow. People with many shadows face numerous problems in relationships. Even if their partner has no ill intentions, these individuals may blow things out of proportion due to their painful memories, making the relationship bitter for both parties. The next group includes people who are overly introverted or extroverted. Contrary to popular belief that being extroverted or introverted is something to be proud of, Jung believed that a mature individual is ambiverted, meaning somewhere between the two. He even said that there is no such thing as a purely introverted or extroverted person. Such a person would end up in a mental institution. People who lean more toward introversion may have unresolved issues with themselves or may simply be more comfortable that way physiologically. Since they prefer solitude, your relationship may lack deep conversations. On the other hand, someone who leans more toward extroversion hides certain aspects of their personality behind a mask. Because they tend to act superficially in most matters, they cannot form deep connections with their partner or resolve issues effectively. This is why your partner should be an ambivert, someone who is introspective when needed, delving into their subconscious, and extroverted when necessary, managing their relationships well. The next category includes people who take excessive pride in their own gender and suppress any traits associated with the opposite gender within themselves. We currently live in a society where concepts like matriarchy and patriarchy have gained many supporters and opponents. These individuals often take an extreme and exaggerated approach to their gender identity and gender-specific traits. However, Carl Jung believed that a complete person is someone who embraces both their masculine and feminine aspects. In Jungian psychology, there are two archetypes known as anima and animus. Anima represents the feminine side within a man, while animus represents the masculine side within a woman. Jung argued that if a man or woman ignores this other aspect of their personality, they will likely struggle to fully understand all emotions in life. For example, if we only embrace one side of ourselves, we may find it difficult to balance strength and vulnerability. We might struggle to remain firm in tough situations or find it hard to process emotional crises. The key is not to focus on whether we are male or female, but to recognize what our soul truly needs. This was one of Jung's core messages. He believed that every person inherently possesses both masculine and feminine traits, and those who excessively glorify their gender or manipulate gender-based qualities are often incomplete individuals. If you encounter someone who boasts about their gender excessively or exploits their gender traits for personal gain, know that they are not suitable partners. Such individuals lack psychological wholeness and cannot create a safe and healthy relationship. This issue affects both men and women, but women seem to be more frequently targeted due to certain gender-specific characteristics. Unfortunately, some people misuse these traits to their advantage. According to Carl Jung, you should never engage in a sexual relationship with the following types of people: those who see sex as a weapon, those who constantly compare their partners, those who belittle others based on appearance, those who are passive-aggressive and use sarcasm frequently, those who view life in a one-dimensional way, those who are stubborn and, if given the chance, might use sex as an act of revenge or infidelity just to provoke you.